Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, yes, I've been base coating my Tyranid defense line that I got from MicroArt Studios. I should put a link in the description below. So in this video I'm going to run over what I've done, and also I'm going to do a comparison with the normal defense line and also some miniatures behind it, as requested by Cryptic. I'm sure you've heard of Cryptic. If not, links in the description below. Go and check him out. Awesome Tyranid painter, so definitely worth having a look at. Okay, so I'm painting this in my Stinger High Fleet colours, which is basically primarily black and then highlighting up with some yellows. Just got the base coats down at the moment, which is snakebite leather, and I didn't struggle, but it took me a while to work out exactly how I was going to paint these, because there's some quite big plates as such. And these little spine sections here, I knew I was going to paint them, you know, in that way, traditional sort of way. I wasn't quite sure about the other side, but in the end I've left those black. And then it was these plates here, which I was wasn't quite sure exactly what to do. I didn't want to do like more of this effect on there. That'd be too much over the top. So in the end I put my Stinger, what I called sort of butterfly effect, on there, which I didn't want to do too much of that. So what I did on the main sections here is I just did the butterfly effect in the middle, so that when the bits go down you get that sort of effect. So every one here, which is the smallest one out of all of them, is just plain black. And I think that will work quite well. I think otherwise, if I have this pattern on everything, it'll be just a little bit too much. What I'll do is I will set these up fully so that you can see them right at the end of the video. But the other side, I've done that. And again, it's pretty simple, but I just didn't want it to be too yellow, because the idea of the colour scheme is primarily black, but has these like little yellow bits just to bring some depth and colour to it. So I think that works quite well. I'm quite happy with that. But let's have a quick look at comparison wise. So I've got my son's defence line out, which is here. That's his one. And what is it? I put it behind it. Now, there is a slight difference, mainly because of the shape, I think. Let's just put these on. In terms of size, it's about the same size. I mean, it's the same size without the... well, actually you can't really see that properly because it's wide angle. But yeah, it's about the same size. Ah, there you go, that's better, you can see it now. So yeah, it's the same size without these bits on. So with these extension bits, it may look like it's going to be too big, but in actual fact, if you take the smaller section and put one of these smaller ones here, that bit is quite a bit smaller. So by the time you put that on there, with that section and then another one of those, it's exactly the same size. So that's great. Obviously it is a different shape, so you've got this big section or tall section in the middle and the smaller ones on the outside. It's sort of the opposite way round to the actual defence line. But then those are little holes anyway, so when you're down here, you know, that's exactly where the men are going to look out of. So I think all in all it's about the right sort of dimensions. And then in terms of putting a figure behind it, let's just get this one out. So it's going to be the same. You've got a gaunt there, which he can hide behind quite nicely. It's about right. I mean, behind there you can still see him. You know, so it's about the right size. Let's have a look. I've got a warrior. So that's how a warrior would be. It's pretty much the same, and it's got Bio 4. There you go. Gene Stealer. Yeah. So overall, I'm very, very happy with this defence line. Hopefully once it's all painted up, it's going to look really, really good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set them up, set it up so you can see the front with the whole of it put together, and then I'll turn it around and I'll do the back as well, so you can get a rough idea of how it's going to look. Obviously I've still got another couple of coats of paint to go on to build it up into... oh, there's my Venom Thropes. Builds it up into the colours like I've got on that Venom Thropes, but hopefully it will pop and look pretty good. Okay, so I'll set it up and I'll be back. Okay, so that is the defence line from the front. I didn't realise how long this thing is. It's covering the whole of this table. But yeah, so you get the picture. I think that blank one works quite well. I think otherwise it would be just too much sort of over the top as such. But yeah, that's that side, so I'll just turn it around now and let you have a look at the back. Okay, so yeah, that's the back, or the inside of the defence line. And again, when together, I think it works really well. It definitely matches my army quite nicely. So I'm going to stick with this scheme and continue painting. And I shall obviously be back when I have more done. Thanks for watching.